Guys, can you please guys, can you please confirm if I'm live, like if you can see my screen? Guys, please confirm if I'm audible. Guys, can you please confirm if I'm live, like if you can see my screen? So now we will be starting our contest without any delay. Sorry guys, due to some technical issue I became very late. Okay, so now here we are Fab Long Challenge 2. Okay, and I CodePlayJatin, welcome to our channel, and let's compete. Okay, so we will participate in div 3. Now the first question is Chef and NextGen. Okay, so where it is something. Okay, so the first question says that Chef is currently working for a secret research group called NextGen, while the rest of the world okay, Chef is currently working for a secret research company called NextGen for two major milestones: finding fuel to make a reactor. Chef determine whether the group will get funding. Okay, so the important thing that I'm getting in this question is that the project should power by generating at least, that Chef has to generate at least A units of power each year for the next B years. Okay, it means we have to generate at least A units of power for B next year. It means something AB. Okay, and help Chef determine whether the group will be funded assuming the moon has X grams of helium-3. At present he has a X gram. Okay, and 1 gram produces Y units of power. Okay, so the input cases will be A, B, X, Y. We have to print yes if it's satisfied, no. Going with the sample cases 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 8, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now here comes the important part, man, like how we can understand what they're asking in the question. Okay, so Chef requires A equals to unit 1 power B units, and Chef has A unit for the B next years. Okay, so don't worry guys if you have not understood this question, like that's why I'm here. Okay, and I will help you to understand and even to submit this question. Okay, I will explain each and everything in this question so that you can understand how we are, like how these sample inputs are given and how you can start. Okay, so I hope like many of you will be having, like would be giving contest, CodeChef contest for the first time. Okay, so don't worry guys, I will tell you how we can, like how we can try to understand this question. Okay, so in this question the only important thing that we have to do is that first we have to look at the input and output. Okay, so here like the important thing is that we have to generate at least A units of power each year for the next B years. Okay, and at present we have X gram of something, and 1 gram of something produces Y units of power. It means we have a something idea, like we have to do something whether okay, let me try to explain this question through whiteboard. Guys, here okay, just give me a second. Okay, guys, here in first question, Chef has a task. He has to generate A units of power for next B years. Okay, he has to generate A unit of power for next B years. And how I came to know about this? It is written that chef has to generate at least A units of power for next B years. Okay, and help chef determine whether the group will get funded, assuming that moon has X grams of helium. Okay, I mean the compound that is required to produce power here is helium. Okay, and at present it has X amount. Okay, like, and 1 gram of helium can provide Y units of power. 1 gram can provide Y units of power. It means that at present we have X gram of helium. Okay, and 1 gram of helium can produce Y unit of power. Okay, these are the things that are given in question. Now trying to understand what are A, B, X, Y. At least A units of power for next B years. Okay, and X and Y. Now we know like what these variables are representing. A, B, X, Y, what are these representing? Okay, things will be more clear when we will look at the test cases. Now we will go with output format. For each test case, print and single line the answer yes if NextGen. NextGen is basically the code for this problem. Okay, so don't be confused by this word. Satisfy the government minimum requirement for funding and no otherwise. You may print each character. Okay, yes or no. Okay, so see, when A is 1, okay, in sample input they have given the test cases. Chefland requires A equals to 1 unit of power for the next B equals to 2 years. Okay, it means A equals to 1 and B equals to 2. Going with the sample case is 1. When A equals to 1 and B equals to 2, X equals to, okay, let me write this in this way, A, B, X, Y, 1, 2, 3, 4. When A is 1 and B is 2, it means that for 2 years we have to produce 1 into 2 units of power. Okay, and at present we have X unit of helium, and each unit of helium can produce this is 4, can produce 4 units of power. It means that 3 into 4, that is 12. It means that the maximum power that we can produce is 12 units, while we have to produce 2 units of power. Okay, we have to produce 2 units of power. See, we have 12 unit capacity and we have to utilize only 2 units. It means that we can for sure produce this 2 units of power. Okay, so I hope it is something clear now. So now we will try to understand another test cases. Okay, so now going to the question again. Sample test case 2 is 4, 3, 2, 1. Here it is A, B and X, Y. A, B and X, Y. Okay, so now coming back here we saw that we have to produce A units of power for B years. It means that the total power that we require is A into B. Okay, A into B, it is power total. It is power total that we require. Okay, and XY is the total power that we can produce. Okay, it means that AB is required. Okay, and XY is total available. And we know that for any work to be successfully completed, required must be less than or equals to total available. Okay, it means that AB must be less than equals to XY. If it is so, then we will say yes, we can produce this much power, else we will say no. I hope guys now you are getting it. Okay, so now going with the sample case 2. Here sample case 2 is 4, A is 4, B 4 3 2 1. It means that we require 12 units of power, while the total that we can produce is 2 into 1, that is 2 units of power. Okay, it means that our requirement is greater than availability. Okay, so here it is not possible, so it means that we cannot produce this much power. Going with the sample case 3, it is 2894. It is 2894. Okay, yes, it is 1894. It means that we require a count of 36 units, while the availability is also 36 units. Again, 36 is less than equals to 36, then yes. And in the question also we can see that for this case our answer is yes. Okay, now guys, try on your own, like try to think about this approach, like when the test cases are 100 to 49. Okay, like when in case of sample case 4, A, B, X, Y. Let me write them something here. Okay, in sample case 4, when A, B, X, Y, these are 100, 2 and 49. Guys, try to find out its answer, like whether we can produce this much power or not. Okay guys, you can mention in the comment. I am reading the comments side by side. See, here we are for our growth. Okay, come on guys, try it. I hope you are trying. Okay, so here we can see that our requirement is AB. Okay, and AB is 1 into 100, that is 100, and availability is XY, that is 98. We can see that our requirement is greater than availability, so here we cannot produce this much power. Okay guys, so I hope you have understand its logic part. Okay, so now we will be going to its coding part, because coding part is also important. So now we will go to submit. Okay, we will try to submit this problem now. Okay, so guys, if you have opened this ID for the first time, I think you will be seeing something like this. So first of all guys, go and select your language. I am coding it in C++. Okay, and then we will be writing some basic C++ code that is very standard. Okay, using namespace std, define int long int. Guys, if you are not if you don't know why I have written this define int long int, no worries, you can mention in the comment. Okay, I will surely answer your query. Int of t. Guys, we have to input number of test cases too, so that's why I'm taking input t. And then for every test case we have to input 4 values, that is a, b, x, y. Okay, so now we are taking input for a, b, x and y. Now guys, as we have seen that a, b is r, as we have developed the logic that a into b is our requirement, it is our requirement, while x into y is our availability. Okay, so let's write it as available. And we know that for our code, like for our answer to be yes, ab must be less than equals to xy. It means that requirement, this means that requirement must be less than equals to availability. Okay guys, so now if a into b is less than or equals to x into y, then it will cout yes. Cout is basically for printing yes, like cout is for printing on console, like printing on console, I think. Cout yes, else it will cout no, else it will cout no. Okay, and see, for every test case we have to print our answer in the next line. Like here we can see after test case 1 it is printing answer in the next line for test case 2. Okay, so we will print next line. Okay, so int of d, define long int, int of d, int 32, here it will come int 32t, and then in last it will return 0. Okay, cout yes, cout, and if ab less than equals to y, x into y, we have taken values. Okay guys, so now we will try to run these sample input cases, and how we can, so just copy the sample case from there and try to run them. Okay, and it's showing successfully executed. The output that we are getting is yes no, and well, we can see that like our output is absolutely the same as yes no. Okay, so guys, after like presently we have just we have run this code on our system, but we have to submit this problem so that we can get marks against it. Okay, so now we will click on submit, and then okay, here it is a problem code. Like helium 1 is the you can say that sort of title for this problem. Okay, you will understand what is problem code later if you participate regularly. Submission queued, since because we are working in online compiler. Okay, so sometimes it takes time, like near about 2 to 3 seconds, not more than that. And it's showing currently running test case 1, and yeah guys, congratulations, like we have successfully submitted our first problem in a CodeChef starter. Okay, like what we are getting is result time AC, that is answer correct basically, and 100% marks in this question. Okay, so guys, if you have understood any question, like if you have understood even a single thing in this question and you think that this video is getting useful for you, okay, you are getting benefit, so guys, do mention it in the comment. Okay, I'm reading them side by side, and please like, share and subscribe the channel. You can share the live stream with your friends so that they can also have advantage. Okay, so now we will go to fab long 22, that is a list of all the problems, so that we can try to attempt second problem. So the next question is World Chess Championship. Let's see what is it. Guys, actually I want this session to be interactive so that everybody can learn, so please try to participate in it. Okay, World Chess Championship. Okay, the World Chess Championship 2022 is about to start. 14 classical games. Okay, 14 classical games will be played between Chef and Carlsen. So these are the player names, Chef and Carlsen, and there are a total of 14 classical games are there. Okay guys, and where each one has of 3 outcomes. Okay, either match can be won by Carlsen, won by Chef, or it can be draw. Okay, question seems to be interesting. The winner of game gets 2 points. Okay, winner gets 2 points. loser gets 0 points, and if it's a draw, then both get 1 point. Okay, the total price of the pool championship is 100 into x. We will see what is 100, we will see what is x at the end of 14 classical game. If one player has strictly more points than the other, he is declared as a champion and gets 60x as the prize money. Okay, man, like loser is also getting 40x. Nice. If the total points are tied, then defending champion Carlsen is declared as the winner. Okay, however, if this happens, the winner gets only. Okay, so guys, it is saying that if in case of, like, they have already told that if the person who wins gets 60x as the prize money and loser gets 40x. Okay, while in case if they are getting, like, if the points are getting tied, so here they are giving advantage to a Carlsen. Okay, maybe he's a champion like since past or whatever, like Carlsen is getting benefit in case of tie and he is getting declared as winner, but in this case he will get only 55x. Okay, if he has won like genuinely, he would have got 60x, while in such case he will be getting 55x and the loser will get 45x. Okay, given the result of 14 games, output the prize money that Carlsen will receive. Okay, so we have to output the only prize money that Carlsen will receive. Okay, we do not have to care about chef. The results are given as a string of length 14. Okay, the results are given as string length of 14. Okay, consisting of character C and D. Now C denotes Carlsen, N denotes chef, and D denotes a draw. Okay, input format, guys. First of all, I would like to tell you that you should not worry about what about this statement. Okay, that one might think that it is a long question and the statement is quite complex and like a lot of words is written. Don't worry, guys. Okay, like the question is easy, only the thing is that they have just like try to sort of confuse us. Okay, so that we can get confused, but don't worry, guys, we are here to learn. Like, I'm gonna make this question very easy, okay, just for you guys. So just be a part of this video, and the end you will see that like these are very easy. So now, okay guys, without going further, I think I should explain what are they doing in this question. So in the second question, this is that a total of 14 matches are being conducted. Okay, a total of 14 matches are being conducted, and the player is, like, players are Carlsen and chef. Okay, and there can be 3 outcomes. Okay, for each match there can be 3 outcomes. Either it can be won by Carlsen, okay, let's just give me a second. See, guys, for each match there can be 2 outcomes. Either it can be won by Carlsen, okay, or by chef, or it can get tie. Okay, see, if Carlsen wins, then he gets +2 points. Okay, and if chef wins, he gets +2 point, and if the match gets tie, they both get +1 point. But here is the good thing, that if, like, the person who loses the match, means that loser also gets, like, gets 0 points. Okay, so there is no negative marking. Loser gets 0 points. Okay, we have understood this question, like we have tried to understood a sort of half of the question. Okay, this is what they are saying, that a total of 14 classical match between Chef and Carlson can be won by Carlson, Chef, and it can be draw. The winner gets 2 points, loser gets 0 point, and if it's a draw, both gets 1 point each. So we have successfully understood this much part of this problem. Okay, this much part. So now they are saying that total price of the pool is 100x and 60x and 40x. Okay, they are saying that total price that they have kept for this match is 100 into x, out of which winner gets 60 into x and the loser gets 40 into x. Okay, winner and loser. Okay, Bhrishnath is saying that there is some problem with your mic. Brother, I know that a voice like noise is coming. Can you please confirm if am I audible to you? Like, can you understand my wording even with the noise? Or it can get time. Okay, see, if so winner and loser. Okay. Now going further, if the points are tied, Carlson has advantage that he is declared as winner and gets 55x and 45x. Okay, so now they're saying that in case of tie, we have seen in case of winning that when match is directly won by a person, we have seen these cases, and in case of tie, Carlson has an advantage that he is declared as winner, but he gets 55x as the prize money. Okay, and chef gets, that is the loser gets 45x prize money. Okay, so now again, given the result of the 14 games, okay, so now the input here the input are something the input is in form of string. Okay, and the characters of string are something like C and D, and C represents that Carlson wins, N represents that Chef wins, and D represents draw. Okay, so like here we can see here it is the value of x. Okay, like we saw the total prize money is 100x, so it's obvious that we need the value of x. Okay, so here it is x, and here it is string that represents result of 14 matches. Okay, so it means that the result of first match is C, it means that it is won by Carlson. Again, the result of last match is C, it means that it is won by Carlson. So here we can see that in the first test cases all the matches are won by Carlson, so it's obvious that winner is Carlson. Okay, and we have to output Carlson's score. So if Carlson is the winner, okay, and we have seen that when a match is directly won, okay, that is without any tie, the winner gets 60x amount. Okay, and in the first case the winner is Carlson, so he will get 60x, that is 60 into 100, because here x is 100. Okay, so the output that we are getting in first case is 60 100, that is 6000. Okay, I hope you are getting sort of problem now, like sort of what we have to do in this question. In case of tie. Okay, so see in the second case, even we can see their explanation too. Like in test case 1, here it is the test case 1. Since Carlson has won all the games, we can see that all characters are represented by CCC. It means Carlson has won the game. He will be crowned the champion and will get 60x, and the prize money which is 60 into 100, because x here is 100. Okay, in the test case 2, I would like to explain this test case on whiteboard. Okay, x is 100. Okay, sample case 2, when x is 100 and string is see the string is C, D. Okay, let me write it here. Let's represent string by S. Okay, string is C, D, C, D, C, D, C, D, C, D. It is C, D, 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 and C, D in last. Okay, so it will be C, D, C, D, C, D, C, D, C, D. One, two, three, four. They're very confusing, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. C, D. It. String S is C, D, C, D, C, D, C, D, C, D, C, D, and in last C. So it is 1, 2, like index number will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, D, and then C, 13 and 14. Yes, now we have written all the string completely. Okay, so now here we have seen that the first match is won by Carlson, second is draw, okay, then third match is won by Carlson, fourth is draw, and in the same way CD, CD, CD. I mean, won by Carlson, draw, won by Carlson, draw. Okay, so what we have seen is that here first match is won by Carlson. Okay, so let's represent. Okay, let's represent score of Carlson by score Carl. We will initialize them with a 0 because initially anybody has not won. Okay, so it will be 0. And score of chef, let's represent it by S of chef equals to 0. Okay, so here here Carlson has won. Okay, so here score of Carlson will be plus 2. Okay, because winner gets 2, and it is draw. Here it is draw. Okay, so it will become 3 now because he will get 1, and score of chef will become plus 1. Now again Carlson has won. Okay, so its score will be plus 2. Okay, score of Carlson was 2 for the first time, and then 1 for this draw. Now again it will be 2 for this. Now again it has drawn, like it has draw, so he will get plus 1 for this, and he will also get plus 1 for this match. For index number 4 Carlson has won, so he will get plus 2 points. Okay, for index number 5 it is draw, so both will get plus 1 points. For index number 6 Carlson has won, so he will get plus 2, and for index number 7 it is tie, so both will get plus 1. Okay, then index number 8, for index number 8 Carlson will get plus 2. Okay, and for index number 9 both will get plus 1. In the same way, like after doing all these things, what we have seen is that Carl has won for the first time, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, sixth, seventh, eighth. Seriously, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, like Carl has won 8 times. Okay, so he will get, okay man, like okay, no, here it will, no, sorry guys, like I have written one extra, since because it is a 14 character string. Okay, so last index will be 13 and it will go till D. It will go till D. Okay, so now we have seen that Carl has won 7 times, it is 7 times, so he will get 7 into 2 for winning. So he will get 7 into 2 for winning. Okay, and in the rest of the matches, like that is in 7 matches, he has like the matches are tie, so he will get 7 into 1. It is for tie and it is for winning. So his total score will be 14 plus 7, it will be 21. okay, while score of chef will be like he will get score only when matches are tie, okay, that is he will get on 7 into 1, so his score will be 7. Okay, so till now we know that score of Carl is 21 while score of chef is 7. Okay, so we have calculated their score. Like now we know that what we have to do with this string. Okay, we have to calculate their score, and how we can calculate that we have seen. Okay, so now we will go further to understand what we have to do in this question. Now we have to see that the total price of the pool is 100x, and we already know what is 100. At the end of 14 classical games, if one player has strictly more points than the other, okay, then he is declared as a champion and gets 60x. Now at the end of 40 classical games, we already know their score, so we can decide who is the winner between them. Okay, and strictly means that score of Carl should be greater than, okay, equality will not come, it should be greater than chef. If we have to declare Carlsen as the winner, so it should be, score should be greater, okay, not equality. Okay, now we have seen that strictly winner gets 60x and the loser gets 45x, and in case of tie Carlsen gets 55x. Okay, so here we can see that score of Carlsen is strictly greater than score of chef. Okay, so he will get 60 into x, like his final score will be 60 into x, and x in this case is 400. Okay, x in this case is, yes man, it's 400. So he will get 60 into 400 and it becomes 24,000, and we have to output result only for the Carlsen, we do not care about chef. Okay, so here we can see 24,000. So guys, I hope now you have understood what we have to do in this question. Okay, till now we have first we understood what this statement is saying. Okay, like we extracted important points, then we saw how we have to calculate champion, what these strictly more points mean, how like winner will get 60x and how loser 40x, and in case of advantage, in case of tie, Carlsen will get 55x, and at the end of 14 games we have to output the prize money that Carlsen receives. Okay, and we have already output that value using 60 into x. I hope guys now things are much clear to you. Okay, like in the same way we have further cases, we have further sample cases also, but I want that if you seriously want to understand this problem, you should try these approaches on your own. Like you should try to write and then try to run this code. Okay, so guys, now we will be going to its coding part without any further delay. Guys, again, like if you have understood this much of concept, do mention it in the comment guys. I'm reading your comment side by side. Okay, like, share the video and do subscribe to our channel. I know guys, like for some people the video might be too long, it must be like I must be very slow, but like I'm conducting this with the perspective of beginner. Okay, so guys, I think slow and steady wins the race. The only thing important is that we should understand what we are doing. Okay, so like seeing what are the input format, T and then X and then C and D, 14 character string. Okay, so guys, it is my standard template that I have saved. Okay, but you do not need to worry. Okay, you can just take input for the number of test cases, and then while T minus you can write it in your own language. So now we will take input for N, that is X. Okay, sorry. Then we will take input for our string S, C in S. Guys, see, coding part is relatively easy if you have understood the question. If you have practiced, then coding part is easy. Okay, so now we already know that the count of matches are 14. Okay, so we will check for each character of string, where I will go from 0 to less than 14. I plus plus. Okay, we will check if our approach is, guys, are like I'm telling you approach, like how we will be moving forward with the coding part. What we will see is, like as we saw in case of string, s equals to cd, cd and cd. Guys, I'm not writing whole string, but just to give you a glimpse like what we are doing, to what approach we are going to adapt it to this question, is that we will check if each character of string, and how we can check if we can access each character of string by s of I. We will check if each character of string is C. It means that winner is Carlson. I am not getting this. Okay, we will see that winner is Carlson. So we will increment score of Carlson by 2. Okay, we will increment by 2. Like I know it is a syntax error. Okay, but I'm writing it in a rough way. We will check if s of I is D. It means that the match is getting tie. It means that score of Carlson will also increase by 1. It means that score of Carlson will also be incremented by 1, and score of chef will also be incremented by 1, because in case of tie both are getting 1 point. While if s of I is equals to n, that is if chef wins, then score of chef will be incremented by 2. Okay guys, this is the approach that we are going to follow in this question. Okay, so now coming to its coding part.
Carlson as the winner, so score should be greater, okay, not equality.
Okay, so now we will check if s of I is equals to C, and for storing their score we need to declare a variable with the name, let's say score of Carl equals to 0. Okay, and score of chef equals to 0. If if s of I equals to C, then you will increment score of Carl by 2. else if score of Carl is D, that is if it is N, and if winner is chef, then score of chef equals to plus 2. Else if it is a tie, then we will increment both person score by 1. Okay, if s of I equals to C, if s of I equals to N, then Carl and plus. Okay, after calculating the score, we have to check for winner also. Okay, so we will check if s of chef is strictly greater than s of Carl. It means that if it is so, then chef is the winner. Okay, then chef. Okay, if it is like, we have to we care about Carl. Okay, so we will write code for Carl and not chef. If score of Carl is strictly greater than Carl, okay, so it means that as Carl is the winner. Okay, so then we will update as Carl by 60 into x. Okay, else if what if they are equal, like what if their final score is equal, it means that the match is getting tie. S Carl equals to S chef, and we saw that here it is C. we saw that in case of tie, Carlson is getting advantage and he will be getting 55 of x. Okay, like in the problem 2 we can see, it was if the points are tie, Carlson is declared as the winner. However, he will get only 55x. Okay, he will get only 55x. Now if it is so, then we will update S Carl by 55 into x. Okay, else if Carl is loser, then he will get 40 into x. Okay, then he will get 40 into x. And at last we have to print score, like we have to print a final S car L. Okay, so we will see out S car L and then see out n. I hope we are doing the correct thing and you are getting it. If the points are tied, then defending gets 55x, 55x, 60x, 40x and 55x. Okay, so now let's try to run these sample cases. Successfully executed 60,000, 24,000, 1650. Okay, these are some other cases. See, like what output we are getting. We are getting 6,000, 24,000, 1650 and 40. 6,000, 24,000. See guys, like we are getting absolutely the same test cases, absolutely the same output. Okay, I hope you are getting what we are doing here. So now we will try to submit this problem. And let's see if we get, like what we get. It's running test case 2. Congrats guys, we have successfully solved another problem also. Okay, like answer correct for this problem 2. So by now we have solved two questions, and I hope guys that you are getting like what we are doing in this problem. Guys, again I'm like I want this session to be very interactive and beneficial for all of us. Okay, so if you are getting what we are doing, okay, like if you are getting the logic, how we are coming to logic, how we are building the code, so guys do mention it in the comments. Okay, so that I can understand that yes the video is getting useful for somebody. Okay, so now we will be moving forward to the third question. Third question is avoid fixed points. Let me check if my audio is like if I'm audible to you properly.
Okay, score of chef equals to 0.
I think yes. Okay, so avoid fixed points. Chef has a sequence of n integers. He can perform the following operation any number of times, possibly 0. Choose any positive integer k, and insert it at any position of the sequence, possibly the beginning or ending or in any between two elements. Okay, in positive integer k, and insert. Okay, for example, a equals to 534, chef selects k equals to 2, and then after operation he obtain one of the sequence as 2 5 3 4 5 2 3 4 5 3 2 4 or 5 3 4 2. Chef wants this sequence to satisfy the following condition: for each I 1 2 a, for each I 1 2 a, let's say A denotes the length of okay. For each I1 to A, AI is not equals to I. Okay, AI is not equals to I. Okay, help chef to find the minimum number of operations that he has to perform to achieve this goal. It can be proved that under the constraint of the problem, it's always possible to achieve this goal in finite number of operations. Okay, any positive integer 5 3 2 4 k equals to 2. Let's say 5 3 2 4 this not equals to this. Okay, help chef to find the minimum number of operations he has to perform to achieve the goal. It can be proved under constraint. Okay, the first line of t and then n space separated for each case print a single line containing minimum number of operations. We have to, guys, like don't worry, I will just give me a second. So guys, I will explain this problem to you. Okay, just give me a second. The minimum number of operation 1t 10 to the power 4, n is 10 to the power 5, ai 10 to the power 9. Okay, original constraints n equals to 3 and here it is 2 4 5. Okay, 3 and 2 4 5, we have to insert any number. Okay, and then 3 it is 4 1 3, then 4 it is 3 2 4 2, 4 3 it is 2 4 5. Test case 1, the given sequence does not contain any index I such that ai equals to I, so chef do not have to perform any operation. Okay, so first he will check if ai equals to I. Okay, and then ai equals to I, make the sequence does not carry index. Okay, let's write these observation on our whiteboard. Okay, first he will input third question. First he will input n. Okay, then he will check if ai is equals to I. If he will be checking if ai equals to I, then he will perform operation, else no. Okay, 2 4 1 3 which does not ai. In the given sequence 4 1 3, here I equals to I, choose k, chef can choose k equals to 2 and insert it before the first element. Test case 2, 4 1 3, a3 equals to 3, chef can choose k equals to 2 and insert it before the first element. The sequence will become 2 4 1 3, which does not. Okay, in the sequence a2 equals to in the sequence 4 3 2 4 3, here a1 is 3, a2 is 2, a2 a3 and a4, a2 is 2. Okay, so we have to do something like if we take a2, so first we find out a2 and choose k equals to 5, insert it before the first element, then it will be 5 3 4 2. Now a4 equals to 4, then he will check for 4, he will insert at the first, he will check for 4, he inserted at position 4, a2 equals to 2, so he inserted at position 1, a4 equals to 4, so he inserted at position 3 between the third and fourth element, which does not contain I. Okay, so guys, now the problem is that for the first time, like in the initials they are saying that chef has a sequence of n integer. Okay, chef is basically is a person who has a sequence represented by an array, let's say, of n integers. Okay, the array is something like a1 a2 and so on up to an. And let's say we have a equals to 5 3 4. Let's say we have a equals to 5 3 4. What we have to do is, like what we will do is, we will take any integer. Okay, we can take any integer, let's say k equals to 1 2 3 4 5 6, anything. Okay, like 10 to the power 5 4, anything, we can take k equals to anything, and we will insert k in this array, and we can insert it in the beginning also, in the ending also, okay, or between any two elements also. Like we can insert k anywhere. The thing is that why we will insert k, okay. So the thing that we have to check here is that ai is not equals to I. We have to do some operations, or we care for this fact that ai must not be equals to I. Let's consider an array where it is let's say 2 1 3 5. Let's say in programming it is zero indexed array, okay, like it will be 0 1 2 3. But in real life what we will see it as first index, second index, 3 index, third index and fourth index. So what we are seeing here is it is a3. We are seeing that a3 equals to 3, that is ai equals to I, and we do not want this, so we will do some operation for this, for changing it. And how we can change it? We will pick up any integer k and we will insert it here. We will insert it in the sequence, okay. Like when a was 2 1 3 5, here a3 equals to 3, that is ai equals to I, okay. So we will pick up any integer k and we will insert it in this array, so that for all the elements ai is not equals to I, okay. So let's say we took k as 6. And we insert it at the first position, okay. Or let's say we insert it at a position just before it, just before this. So it will be a equals to 2 1 6 3 5. Now we will see it is first, second, third, 4 5, okay. So what we are seeing that it is correct for all the positions till 4, okay, till 4. But again at a position 5, it is getting ai equals to I, okay. It is getting ai equals to I. So what we will do is, instead of inserting 6 here, we will insert it here. So instead of this we will make a as 2 1 3 6 5, okay. Again it is 1 2 3 4 and 5. Again ai equals to I. So what we will do is we will insert it in front. 6 in front. So then 6 1 2 3 5. See, now we can see that it is satisfying our condition, that is here in this array ai is not equals to I, okay. We can insert 6 similarly at here also, okay. We can insert 6 in the last also. So what we are getting is, that there are multiple solutions that exist, but we have to tell only one that has the minimum count, okay. We have to tell that has the minimum count. Okay, so now going to this question so that we can understand its problem statement. Now we will reread this question, okay. See, chef has a sequence of an integer, okay, represented by a1 an dot dot dot, and he can perform the following operation any number of times, possibly 0. So choose any positive integer k and insert it at any position of the sequence, possibly the beginning or end of the sequence or between the two elements. For example, if a equals to 5 3 4, chef selects 2 and then insert operation, and then after operation he can obtain the one of the sequence 2 5 3 4, 5 2 3 4, 5 3 2 4 or 5 3 4 2, okay. Multiple solution exist. Chef wants the sequence to satisfy the following condition, that is I must be 1 to mod of I, and here mod of I denotes the length of the a, that is n. Length of a is basically n, okay. And but the only thing that he wants is ai must not be I, that is the thing that he wants is ai must not be equals to I, okay. So now help chef, we have to find the minimum number of operations that he has to perform to achieve the goal. And the input format is like n and then a1 an. We have to output the minimum number of operations, okay. Here these are the constraints, like the maximum and minimum value of ai. These are the sample cases 3, 2, 4, 5 and so on. Okay, 2, 4, 5. Okay,